Evening, Michael. I see that on this May Day, I find you in one of your lighter moments.
Yes, well, make the most of it. It's very unusual to see me out of a clerical collar.
Yes, indeed. It's even more unusual, I might suggest, to see me out of a tie. Anyway, I suppose since we've last met, we've had the great excitement, haven't we? That the coronation rite has at last been released to the general public. So now we know what's going to actually happen on the day.
I have managed to look gently through it, so I've sort of seen what's been added, perhaps what's been taken out, but I can't claim to have studied any of the prayers in great detail.
I know, yes. I must admit, in this modern media age, on Saturday evening, I had my finger ready on the mouse to click the Church of England website at 10 p.m. And there's certainly been a lot of discussion about it in the Twitter sphere. So what do you think about it from what you've seen about it?
I suspect to those who aren't sort of immersed in the whole idea of coronations, it probably looks very traditional.
Mm.
You know, the language it's in and most of the ceremonies are still there. And so there's plenty of continuity. There are things which have probably been taken out, like the litany, I think. It may still happen, but there's no evidence it's going to be sung at the moment
No.
with a procession of the regalia. And it's perhaps less sort of Book of Common Prayer than it was in the past. The communion service isn't straight from the prayer book with adaptation as it has been previously.
Yes, yes, yes. I think you're right that I don't think the general populace at large was worried about whether the litany was going to be sung earlier in the day. I think that might fall into the niche category of people like you and me. I think, on reflection, what I would say is there is a surprising degree of continuity, perhaps more than I was expecting, especially given some of the press reports much earlier in the year. I think what I would observe is that the king is clearly emphasizing the sacred moments of kingship that
Mm.
this new screen which is going to be used at the anointing, and the fact that the king is going to pray out aloud. But I
I
suppose
quite like that. I think
yes,
that's actually quite a good innovation
yes, and
that
I
he's
suppose
going to do that.
I suppose, as you say, for most people it won't seem much different, and I would say that a lot of what's been done is new and innovative and interesting. And obviously, uh, the coronate it's only right that the coronation reflects our society today in 2023, isn't it?
They're certainly endeavouring to make this ancient rite reflect today. And you can see that with some of the interesting things they've done about who presents the regalia. And I think that's probably going to be very successful, the way that works.
And yeah, I think that's really important because sometimes, if I may say so, people like you and me can just perhaps just a little too often look to the past. But if we look to the past too much, uh, then we risk the right not having any significance to today's nation. And I think that would be a shame.
Well, I don't mind laughing at myself, but I do think it's important sometimes for people like you and me to talk about the roots of a ceremony so it can flourish in the present and develop. And I think
Yeah.
if you know where you've come from, then you can build on it and it can grow. And we can see that happening with this one. I mean, I too rather like the anointing screen, which looks like a piece of contemporary work, but is very much rooted in tradition. And it is an innovation, but the way it celebrates the Commonwealth is rather exciting, I think.
Yes, I agree with you. And I think the day that we can't just
I,
have a wry smile at each other and will be the day that there's something wrong with the world. Uh,
I think I totally agree with you. Yes.
Yes. So well, so there you are. You can see we're both very excited and interested, and I'm sure there'll be more to talk about at some future point. So I look forward to seeing you soon, Michael.
All the best.